Hi, and welcome back to CEO with me. I'm JJ, and I'm a CEO. In this episode, I'm going to share with you the pivots that I've made in my business because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has and continues to have a tremendous effect on my personal life and my business life. And it's been very, very challenging to navigate through this. But there's also tremendous opportunity to take advantage of during this pandemic. Before I get into the details, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the little gray notification bell down below, comment, please comment on the video. Let me know how I'm doing, because I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this video stuff. Look, I believe there's three areas that this pandemic, this virus has affected our life. There's a physical, obviously you can get sick and you can possibly die from it. There's an economic effect due to the social distancings that have been put in place. And then finally, there's a psychological effect. I don't think that the psychological effect has really been discussed quite yet very much, but it will be. Every single one of these areas has and continues to have a direct impact on my business. And as a CEO, it's my duty to navigate these challenging times by providing leadership and direction to my employees. I also believe it's my duty to convey as much positivity as possible, finding the good in all of this. Look, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. This is some serious stuff going on here. There are a lot of businesses that are going to fail, to go bankrupt. The modern world has never seen anything like this. But there is opportunity here. There's opportunity for us to work on things that, as business owners, we always want to work on, but we can't because day-to-day business gets into the way, distractions. So work on building a better business from the inside out. And when this is all over, you will come out of this more efficient, better at communicating, and will set yourself up for tremendous success when this is all over. So what have I done? So the first thing I looked at when this all started was how to keep my employees as healthy as possible. To do this, we implemented social distancing practices on site and allowed all of our non-operational employees to work from home. So about half of our staff works from home, half are still coming in to the office. We also provided masks and gloves to all employees that were coming to work, added hand sanitizer stations. We've limited break room capacities. The next thing we did was I communicated with my employees the best way to go through these times is to focus on what we can control. There's so much that's out of our control right now. The volatility and the unknown of how long this pandemic is going to last is the biggest challenges we face as leaders. So focusing on short-term accomplishments helps us live in the present. And frequent communication is key to focusing on what we can control now. I've made it my priority to work on communication. Look, I already needed help in that area before the pandemic, but the priority of improving communication both personally and throughout the business, the priority increased exponentially because of the situation we're in. I mean, this YouTube channel is a direct result of me working on improving myself, improving my communication skills. Another key reaction to this pandemic was with company spending. I specifically started looking at our inventory. That's a key spend in our business. And how much inventory did we have? How much did we need? All of that kind of stuff. And we made some changes and pivots there, and it made a tremendous positive effect on our cash flow by paying a little bit more attention to that area of spend. Next, what I did is I focused on establishing frequent communications with departments. So I set up weekly meetings that started out super weird. Getting used to virtual meetings, making sure everybody had the technology, webcams, computers that could handle, the stuff they needed to do their jobs. So it took a couple weeks to get set up. And weekly communication was just different for us in general as a company, because we usually set quarterly goals and then have quarterly meetings and then let our employees do what they're good at and get those done. But we can no longer use quarterly goals. We can't do it. The volatility of this situation throws quarterly goals out the door. Monthly goals can't even be done. So we have to look at this 1 week at a time. And one of the biggest challenges we had in establishing these weekly communications was it seemed so micromanagey, and we didn't know what we were trying to accomplish. As of this video, we're on our fourth weekly meeting by departments, and we're finally starting to get traction on what we're trying to accomplish each week. See, what I found by holding these weekly department meetings is that it had a direct impact on my bigger vision of working and improving on communication. We were learning how to communicate with each other in a more frequent manner. So if you have one takeaway from this video, I would love for it to be that improving communication is something you should always be working on, and there's no time like the present. I'm going to continue the philosophy of weekly alignment meetings within my company, because I've already seen tremendous progress in doing so. I'd encourage you to do the same in your business. Set up some weekly alignment meetings with every department. They're going to be weird at first, but you're going to realize what you're doing is setting yourself up to better communication, to better know your employees, and to better understand what you should be working on in a weekly environment. I hope this video had some value for you. Please don't forget to like and share. Thanks for watching, and thanks for CEOing with me.